What is up, Black Ice Guild? It's your Guild Master Trixie Lavender. Today we are doing Battle 3 of Week 5. The Denver Nuggies, led by Joker, battles Rayquaza Quasars, led by Ebeard.
Aggron is scary. I have Milotic. Milotic needs burns. That's the key to this game. And Rotom needs to be on the field as little as possible.
Ebeard's thoughts were that Mega Aggron will be really good again as long as he can get past Mega Charizard X. He also feels like Rotom did really well for him last week and will definitely be using it again. Before we begin, if you would like to participate in future events, be sure to join our Discord server. Link is in the description. Now let's jump into the battle. Ebeard's team is Garchomp, Glalie, Conkeldurr, Reuniclus, Aggron, and Rotom. Joker's team is Meowscarada, Milotic, Clefable, Scizor, Charizard, and Raichu. So it looks like Ebeard is once again going with Trick Room. And Joker, just his typical offense. Don't know what else to say about these two. That they're going for what looks like the same strategy they've been using before. Okay, battle starts. Joker is leading Raichu and Clefable, and Ebeard, Conkeldurr, and Reuniclus. So I think what is the best strategy would be taking out that Raichu with Conkeldurr, and then probably protecting the Reuniclus, or just going straight for the Trick Room. Like, if he fakes out, and if he doesn't, Ebeard is definitely having the advantage. And we do see the Raichu Mega Evolving, once again, into Y. And he is going for the Fake Out onto the Reuniclus. Do not want Trick Room up, and Reflect from Clefable, getting some much needed bulk. Poison Jab onto the Clefable. I would think Raichu is the bigger threat, but apparently not. And of course, the Reuniclus flinched. So it definitely looks like Joker has the momentum here. Having the Reflect up definitely helped to get with that Poison Jab. Reuniclus coming back in, and Rotom coming out. Snap Cannon onto the Conkeldurr, one hit KO, and Moonblast onto the Rotom, doing a good chunk, and Rotom healing itself with the Citrus Berry. Reuniclus coming back out may have been the wrong choice. It looks like setting up Trick Room definitely would have been the right play, but that is not what happened. Zap Cannon onto the Rotom, finishing it off. that Zap Cannon is really strong. Moonblast going on to the Reuniclus, doing a decent chunk, bringing it down to 59. And Trick Room is now up. But can Aggron do it? Is Reuniclus and Aggron enough? When Joker has Raichu and Clefable plus 2 Pokemon in the back. Now with Trick Room up, Raichu is now the slowest Pokemon on the field, while also being very frail. So hypothetically, Joker could try to cancel out the Trick Room, but it looks like instead he's going to switch Raichu out for Meowscarada, and Ebeard is Mega Evolving Aggron. Reuniclus going for Psychic Noise, but it was targeting the Raichu, which does not affect Meowscarada. Aggron going for the Heavy Slam onto the Quable, super effective and KOing it. Joker sending out the Milotic, not quite as slow as Ebeard's Pokemon, but bulky enough, may be able to do something with Scald or... I mean, Milotic is really good with speed control with Icy Wind, but that would only benefit Ebeard. So I think his best option is to try to burn with Scald. We see the Focus Blast actually hitting the Meowscarada, and one hit KO. Heavy Slam is going to do a mere 9% to Milotic. Scald, do we get the burn? No, we don't! That is not good for Joker. Joker only has the Raichu, but we still have 2 turns left of Trick Room. Now, Raichu does have Fake Out, and if it also has Protect, it might be able to last the 2 turns until Trick Room ends. Raichu going for the Fake Out onto the Aggron, does almost no damage, but it doesn't need to. Psychic Noise hitting the Raichu, bringing it down to 49%, but that is okay as long as it has Protect. Scald onto the Aggron. Do we see the burn this time? No, we don't! So really this battle comes down to, does Raichu have Protect? Milotic going for Protect. And we do see it from the Raichu, which means Joker is safe for the final turn of Trick Room and will be faster next turn. Ebeard attacking into Protect, and Trick Room has ended. Focus Blast onto the Aggron, finishing it off. I'm really curious to know how much damage that would have done. And then Scald onto the Reuniclus. Do we get the burn? We do! But it shouldn't do anything because of Reuniclus's ability. Psychic Noise onto the Raichu, finishing it off. And Reuniclus was hurt by the burn. It looks like Ebeard is not using Magic Guard. Not even sure what other abilities it gets. Scald onto the Reuniclus, finishing it off. And battle 1 is won by Joker. Okay, battle 2. It definitely... Joker definitely played into the Trick Room well, though I really am wondering, like, if Ebeard didn't switch out Reuniclus for Rotom, and instead went for the Trick Room, how well would that have worked? Because having something so fast and frail under Trick Room is not good. Alright, Raichu and Clefable, same leads, and Garchomp and Glalie, so completely different leads, so very scary leads from Ebeard. The Garchomp threatening the Raichu. I think the best course of action for Joker would be to use Fake Out on the Garchomp, but that would leave Glalie open to do something not so fun. Like, hypothetically, we could see, and honestly, if I was in his shoes, I would... Oh, I think we are seeing it! Mega Glalie! Are we going to see the Icy Boom? Mega Raichu? Raichu using Fake Out on the Garchomp. Garchomp retaliating with Rough Skin. Glalie using Iron Head onto the Clefable, and the Clefable flinched. I was not expecting Iron Head. Honestly, I was hoping for the Icy Boom, which I don't know the calcs, but it probably would have taken out the Raichu. Is that worth losing your Mega? Quite possibly. Swords Dance on the Garchomp, a very risky move, but it could very well be worth it. And a +2 Garchomp is terrifying. Raichu going for the Focus Blast onto the Garchomp. Although what's interesting here is the Garchomp was faster. I don't think Garchomp should be faster than Raichu. So it's possible Joker trained his Raichu to be very slow, but it's so fast I don't think that would help under Trick Room. So now all you have is a Raichu that's slower than a Garchomp. Unless, of course, Garchomp is Choice Scarfed, in which case that is a very big mistake. One that I have, unfortunately, done myself. Glalie switching out into the Rotom. Raichu going for the Protect, does not want to take the Earthquake, which is exactly what happens. A +2 Earthquake. Hitting Joker's Milotic, bringing it down to 22%. And we get the Citrus Berry heal. Scald onto the Garchomp will finish it off. Elder coming in. I'm not really sure what either player can do here. Like, Zap Cannon from Raichu is going to hit either one of these hard. I'm not sure if it will KO. And depending on how the Rotom was trained, I don't know if Milotic or the Rotom will be faster. Zap Cannon onto the Conkeldurr, taking it out, one-hit KO. Rotom going for the Volt Switch onto Milotic. Not quite enough to take it out. And Rotom, of course, switching into the Glalie. Scald hitting the Glalie. Do we get the burn? No, we don't. Ebeard sending in Rotom. And Taru says hi, everyone. Glalie going for the Refrigerate boosted Body Slam, finishing off the Raichu. And Volt Switch finishing off the Milotic. Which means Joker is down to just one Pokemon. Meowscarada. I'm not sure if Meowscarada is... I mean, depending on what the Rotom has, this can go either way. Obviously, Glalie is the bigger threat. But the Rotom is also a threat. Body Slam, it looks like Joker was running slower Pokemon to try to deal with the Trick Room, but that is not good enough, and we are going into a Game 3. Game 3. It looks like Joker prepped for the Trick Room in the wrong way, taking speed away in favor of bulk. But that just means his fast Pokemon are slower than Ebeard's fast Pokemon, which really shows how powerful soft Trick Room teams can be. Because if you prepare for a hard Trick Room team, you're going to be outsped in and out of Trick Room, which is not what you want to do. You want your fast Pokemon to be fast and your bulky Pokemon to be bulky. Raichu and Meowscarada should not be slower than Garchomp and Glalie. Joker is leading with Raichu and Scizor, and Ebeard is using the same lead as last time, being Garchomp and Glalie. So I would think, obviously faking out the Garchomp is the best play, and Bullet Punch onto the Glalie is a good way to take care of that threat. Glalie switching out, seeing the threat Scizor poses, and sending in Rotom, who will double resist the bullet punch. Raichu using Protect instead of Fake Out. Garchomp Earthquaking, hitting the Scizor for bringing it down to 57%. Close Combat! I did not know Scizor could learn Close Combat. And restoring the defensive drops with White Herb. That is... I did not expect that one. Joker switching out Raichu and sending in Meowscarada. Garchomp going for another Earthquake, bringing the Scizor to 15% and the Meowscarada to 75%. Rotom hitting Scizor with the Hydro Pump and finishing it off. Raichu coming back out. Take out onto the Garchomp. Garchomp unable to move. Meowscarada going for a double team and changing type to normal. It's like Joker's trying to go for luck. Rotom hitting Raichu with Hydro Pump, but not caring about accuracy because No Guard goes both ways. So now, is Joker going to get lucky with that double team? Raichu going for Protect, and Garchomp going for Earthquake, and will it hit? No, it will not hit the Meowscarada, who goes for a second double team. And Rotom going for Hydro Pump onto the Meowscarada, but misses. Garchomp going for Earthquake again. And it is going to hit both, taking out the Raichu and bringing Meowscarada to 28%. Meowscarada using Flower Trick onto the Rotom, bringing it down to 8%, no longer receiving stab on it. And Rotom healing with Citrus Berry. Thunder Wave onto the Meowscarada. 90% normally, and yet it hit after 2 double teams. And Joker's last Pokemon is Milotic. Paralyzed, low HP Meowscarada with +4 evasion and a Milotic against Ebeard's 4 Pokemon. Breaking Swipe hits the Meowscarada. The 2 double teams was not good enough. And Rotom using Pain Split on Milotic, but the Milotic protected. And at this point, no amount of Surfs will finish off Ebeard before the Milotic faints. Garchomp going for a Swords Dance. Figure, that way, Rotom can heal using Milotic's HP. Milotic going for the Ice Beam onto Garchomp. One hit KO. But basically, any ice move will do that to a Garchomp. And Ebeard's last Pokemon is Conkeldurr. Rotom going for the Volt Switch, bringing it down to 24%. And the Milotic healing with Citrus Berry. Rotom going back to Ebeard. And out comes the Glalie. Scald onto the Conkeldurr. Critical hit. And the burn! But does the Conkeldurr have guts? Definitely not. Otherwise that would have KO'd. Milotic at 3%. I really don't think there's anything that Joker can do here. I don't think... Well, no, burn only does 8%, so... that will not KO Conkeldurr, even if the Milotic protects, which it does. Glalie going for the Body Slam, which would be not very effective, but who cares? We need a Mega Evolve. And Conkeldurr going down to 6% after burn. So, if the Milotic, it does go for a second Protect, which will take out the Conkeldurr. But no, it won't. Do I just not remember how much damage burn does? Thought it did 8%. I guess it does 5? So the only hope for Joker to get another KO would be to use Protect, but he did not. And Milotic faints to an Ice-type Body Slam, and Ebeard is the winner.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on events. Join the Discord server if you want to participate in future events or just chat with the guild. Okay, bye!